On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Being white enough, not being black enough, like not being a part of any one culture. And, you know, let's be real, like, yeah, the mom's culture is probably usually the most dominant one, unless they come from like a wealthy white family. But even then, that child in that wealthy white family is probably never going to fit in, never going to feel, you know, like they're accepted. So there are those nuances that we have to consider. But I guess marrying outside, to answer the question, no, I don't think you can marry outside your race and still be pro-black.
Hey, I got one thing to add though. I want to test y'all blackness because you and Courtney don't look like y'all all the way black. So I'm testing y'all pro-blackness.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear, okay? If I walk outside and somebody white look at me, you think they're gonna say, "You look ambiguous"?
Right?
No, they're not.
He does not have that ambiguous.
That's the other thing.
Will never understand. You can support our struggles. You can contribute to that. You can put money into our neighborhoods. You can, you know, stand up for our rights politically. But like, you don't there's nothing you can ever do to understand what it is to actually be in that community. It's just, that's just how
I get it. I mean, but there's people that's black that can't understand what it is that some other black people may go through, right? Mm-hmm. So again, that's why I'm asking for the clarification. Is
if you have black skin, you regardless class, creed, religion, doesn't matter. If you have black skin in America, we are on the same page about a major thing.
No, you're not, because like, for example,
we are.
Like,
how
can you speak for? Okay, so first of all, people will say that black people aren't a monolith and they're all not the same.
No, so I'm saying the way that white people see black people, do you think that they see you differently than they see me because you and I have different political views?
Yes.
No, they don't.
There are some white
person
so wait. So what we're saying is that
see you as any differently than they see another black person in the street.
Okay,
they
so
see you as a black person.
Okay, first, so
and foremost.
So let me be clear. What you're saying is that based off of race, we're all in the same bucket, despite our background, despite our experiences, despite where we come from.
Yes, it's called racism.
Okay, cool. So then that means that there is no.
And that's what we exist in this country.
Cool. So that means that there's no such thing as American descendants of slaves, right? When you come over here and you're an immigrant and you still have the same skin color, that means that you're still in the exact same boat, regardless of your background, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your experiences, regardless of what your parents are, regardless if you was raised in an environment where you never actually experienced some of the similar things that maybe you have experienced. We're all in the exact same boat. We all are just the same.
Yeah. So if you see a white person, you see that they're white. You don't know if they're Irish. You don't know if they're German. You don't know where they're from. You don't know their culture, but you see their skin. You're judged on your skin. That's just a fact. You're not judged on your background. When they see all of us black folks, they don't know who's Christian. They don't know who's Muslim. They don't know who's conservative. They don't know who's Democrat. They don't know. They see you as another.
So you saying that their life experiences and interacting with different types of black people don't inform or that don't influence how it is that they view people. It's all just based off of what they see.
In a perfect world, it
hold on. Let me finish my question. It's just based off of what you see. It's not your senses. Nothing else matters.
That comes second.
Just look. It's the only thing that matters is look.
Just 2 weeks ago, Ryan Kluger, who's a renounced director, didn't grow up in the hood, he just got arrested for trying to cash a check at Bank of America. You think
what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
He was dressed perfectly, adequately. He wasn't dressed like a thug. He just happened to have black skin, and he was cashing a big ass check.
I'm gonna call the police. Hold on, because the problem. This is the problem with these conversations is that we can't even stay on point. I'm asking for clarification of your definition. I'm not asking for a Victim Olympic story.
It's not a Victim Olympics.
The only thing that I'm asking and I'm trying to clarify is, do you look at things differently when you're talking about advocating for people or being pro-black, or is it the same thing? That's the only thing I'm trying to get clarification on.
Advocating for Black people mean being against racism. Yes, you can be of any race. And
why can't you just answer it very, very clearly? I am so confused. Like, is it a yes or a no? Is it A or B? Like, I don't understand all of the extra.
Answer it for you.
Thank you, Courtney.
All right, we're gonna go to Courtney, and then we're gonna go to T the Goddess. I want to get
it is a difference. It is a difference. Being pro-black and an advocate is completely different. So for
so she's saying something completely different than you then.
Well, she might.
No,
that's her opinion. I'm just giving mine.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
So what I'm saying is that it is a difference. So other cultures can definitely be allies and help, but be pro-black, you have to be black to be pro-black. And the essence of what she said is the procreation, it's procreating other black, it's elevating our race, but also we can't elevate if we're not here. We can't elevate if we don't continue our race, our culture.
Okay,
so being pro-black is also producing black. So I
respect your perspective right now. Considering the definition or what it is, the clarification that you just gave me, I'm clear now. Are you saying that other races cannot be pro-black now? Considering
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
So if I go marry a white man, I'm not pro-black anymore?
No,
I'm not creating.
No.
Oh, okay.
Pro is also producing,
continuing the
creating.
Procreate.
So I can't.
But I'm still creating a black child, though.
No, that's not a black
if
child.
I'm black,
you will be
another white man.
not black.
It's not black.
You'll be mostly not black.
So we're saying mixed kids aren't black now?
I'm not saying that they're not black. I'm just. Well, no,
if they were, hold on, if mixed kids were black, you wouldn't call them mixed.
But are we putting mixed on a job application?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So what percentage of black do you have to have in you in order to be pro-black? Is what we clarify.
You have to procreate. You have to be black of some sort, and you have to procreate black.
This is what I don't like race.
Okay, so
this is what I don't like talking about.
Hold on, y'all. I want to get to T the Goddess. All right, go ahead, T the Goddess.
So
what are your thoughts about it? Can you marry outside your race and still be pro-black?
So I'm gonna say no, because you cannot continue to increase the population of black people by marrying outside of your race. I mean, yes, you're mixed. Yes, you are black if you're mixed. I do, though, believe that you can be other than black and be pro-black. Because if you're supporting our economics, I mean, I don't know, not pro-black. You could be an advocate, rather, because you can't necessarily create black babies if you're not black, right? And that's a major part of being pro-black, according to the definition here. So, you know, if it encourages the growth of economic growth and development and also increasing wealth and population, you know, that's if we're going to get into like what mixed kids go through, not being white enough, not being black enough, like not being a part of any one culture. And, you know, let's be real, like, yeah, the mom's culture is probably usually the most dominant one, unless they come from like a wealthy white family. But even then, that child in that wealthy white family is probably never going to fit in, never going to feel, you know, like they're accepted. So there are those nuances that we have to consider. But I guess marrying outside, to answer the question, no, I don't think you can marry outside your race and still be pro-black.
Hey, I got one thing to add though. I want to test y'all blackness because you and Courtney don't look like y'all all the way black. So I'm testing y'all pro-blackness.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Okay. If I walk outside and somebody white look at me, you think they're gonna say, "You look ambiguous"?
Right.
No, they're not.
He does not have that ambiguous.
That's the other thing.